You wanna learn how to make clean Apple style UI ads like this one? I got you. In this video, I'm breaking it all down step by step inside After Effects. Doesn't matter if you are a total beginner, you are going to pick up some powerful motion design tricks. All the assets are linked below, and now let's get into it. First of all, we're gonna start by looking for the Apple Watch 3D model. And we're gonna use Sketchfab. Then here make sure to select downloadable and uncheck those options to have only the free models. I'm gonna use this one, so I'm gonna save it as GLB file. Next up, I searched for Apple Watch Heart UI and I found this image, so I'm gonna save it. The same thing for Fly Emirates logo. I'm gonna search for weather widget for Figma. Let's open this project. Then here, I'm gonna duplicate this element and we can export each part separately. Then we need the plane model, so this type Emirate plane. I found this perfect model, so let's save it as GLB. Then lastly, we're gonna search for some monuments and some places image, like let's say Dubai PNG, then Eiffel Tower PNG, London PNG, or Pyramids PNG. And with that being said, let's start making our video. Alright, before we jump into After Effects, I wanna give a quick shout out to Skillshare, the sponsor of this video. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of classes for creative people. Whether you are into animation, graphic design, photography, or even productivity and business, they've got you covered. If you are trying to build solid foundation in motion design, I highly recommend this amazing class taught by a professional motion designer. This course will save you hours of digging through random YouTube videos. You will learn everything from understanding the workspace and panels to working with keyframes, animating text, shapes, and building smooth motion from scratch. All explained clearly with real-world projects to follow along. It's super helpful if you are learning from scratch or you want to tighten your fundamentals. And the best part, the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1 month free trial of Skillshare. No pressure, no risk, just a chance to explore and grow your skills. What are you waiting for? Get started today. Let's start by creating our composition. Let's make it 1920 by 1080. Then let's create a new solid layer and we're gonna import our Apple Watch model. Select this option here, make comp size, and hit OK. We're gonna scale it a bit and we're gonna rotate it and position it like this. Now select the rectangle tool and draw shape layer here on top of the Apple Watch. Then increase the roundness a bit. Then make sure to position it on top of the Apple Watch. Then we can adjust it. I'm gonna change the color to black. Then we're gonna go to Photoshop. Then we're gonna import our Apple Heart UI. Here we're gonna separate each element from this image. First of all, we're gonna hit M on the keyboard, then we're gonna select all this section here. Then we're gonna mask it out. Convert the smart object, then duplicate it. Then using the lasso tool, we're gonna select those two elements here. Then we're gonna use generative fill to remove them. You can select any option from those here. Then select the first and the second layers, then convert them to smart object. Let's bring the first layer back. Then after that, we're gonna create each element here edge text here. Then using the ellipse tool, I'm gonna make a dot here, then duplicate it 5 or 6 times, then move it in the bottom here, select all them and go to align tool here, select this option. You're gonna remove some circles, then let's do it again. Select all ellipse tool except the first one, then reduce the opacity. Now we can remove this layer. Then we're gonna add solid color to make it a block and move it back. Now we need to separate this heart. So select this layer, duplicate it, then using the object selection tool, I'm gonna select the heart and mask it out. I'm gonna duplicate it, then I'm gonna scale it. Position it in the center. Double click here and reduce the fill opacity, and we're gonna add inner glow to it. You can follow my settings here or just play with it as you see it fits. Change the color to red here. I'm gonna reduce the opacity a bit more. Then we're gonna convert the smart object, scale it a bit more here in the bottom. Then we're gonna duplicate it again using Ctrl G from the keyboard, then scale it up. Let's reduce the opacity for the last heart and the second one. Now we're gonna group all the circles here. And we're gonna remove this one. If you zoom a bit, you can see here the edges are a bit sharp and pixelated. So to fix this, we're gonna go inside the smart object, then we're gonna increase the feather a bit. Make sure to hit Ctrl S to save it. Then select the mask here, then go to select and mask options. From here you can increase the smooth option so it's less pixelated on the edges, as you see here. You can do the same for this heart and increase the feather. Now everything looks good. We're gonna do the same here for this hair too. After that, we're just gonna save it to use it in After Effects. Inside After Effects, we're gonna import it as PSD. Make sure to select those options here and drag it here in the timeline. Position it on the top of the Apple Watch. We'll change this color to the same block here. Then move this on top of it. Make sure it's 3D. Here, we're gonna link it with Light Shape Layer while holding Shift. So that here comp will take the same position values for that shape layer. So they are in the same Z position right now. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna increase the Z position a bit, so it's in front of us. I'm gonna scale it. Then you're gonna add a roughen edge effect. Make sure to copy my settings here so you have rounded corners, and to make it easy for you to use it in the next time, you can just save it as a custom preset. Then we're gonna link the shape layer with the Apple Watch. So if you move the model here, everything we're gonna move. Now we're gonna add some animations here. For example, you're gonna add slide in for those dots. You're gonna do Bouncr plugin. Then you're gonna arrange the layers or sequence them using the motion tool. Just copy my settings here. Make sure to enable motion blur. Then select all text layer and convert them to editable text layer. Then here you can add any text animation or scale them or a position, anything. You can just copy my workflow here. I'm gonna add a counter effect using the num script. It's free. You're gonna find it in the description below. So you're gonna animate the numbers counting up. Then you're gonna add fade in and out. And for the hertz, I'm gonna add scale up animation. Then you're gonna sequence the layers. You're gonna add deep glow effect to it. Or just use normal glow if you don't have it. Now that you finished animating the Apple Watch elements, we're gonna add the text here. Change the color to gray or black and position it right there. Make sure it's 3D. Using this plugin called TextExploder, I think it's paid, but if you don't have it, it's okay. There's another script, it's free. I'm gonna put it in the description below. So what it does, basically just split the sentence or this line into words, so you can animate each word separately. This will save you time, so this plugin saves you time, so you're just gonna use it. When we have each word separately, we're gonna add a position keyframe, then move them to the bottom here. Then we're gonna add a fade in effect. Now we're gonna create a new camera layer. Make sure it's 2 nodes here and 15mm. Then let's add null object. Then we're gonna link the first camera with the first null and the first null with the second null object. Now we're gonna select the Apple Watch and position it here. Then go to the first null object, hit P to open the position, make keyframe, then go at the beginning and increase the Z and the Y position so the Apple Watch is here. Then copy my graph here. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna add a rotation for the Apple Watch, then move at the beginning and position or rotate it here in the x-axis, and you can add position keyframe too and move it in front here. Or I'm just gonna remove the camera animation and I'm gonna just animate the Apple Watch. Then after that we're gonna add some zoom out animation for the camera. Make sure all keyframes are easy ease like this. Perfect. Now I'm gonna move those text further a bit. After that we're gonna create a new light layer and copy my settings here. Then we're gonna position it like this. You're gonna play with those options so you have the best look. Then we're gonna create a new null and link the Apple Watch with it. Add the position rotation keyframe, then move it in the timeline and move it to the top and increase the Z position so it's scaled down. Make sure it's in the middle. Then copy my graph. We're gonna cut the text layers and we're gonna add fade out effect using the opacity. Let's adjust the position of it a bit. And here we're gonna add a rotation and position keyframe for this shape layer. I'm gonna rotate this shape layer so everything looks perfect. Let's add the fade out effect for the text layers using opacity keyframes. I'm gonna create a null object and link the Apple Watch with it. Make sure it's 3D. And you're gonna scale it and position it in the middle here. Then we're gonna go inside this here UI, select all layers and pre-compose them. at position keyframe, move 30 or 20 frames and move it on the top. Then we're gonna convert this SVG file to PNG so we can import it into After Effects. Let's scale it. Then we're gonna link it with TrueComp. Let's add rounded corners. Then here I'm gonna add scale. Then you're gonna look out for this 5 minute footage. It's on YouTube, so it's gonna download it. Then you're gonna add position and scale keyframe here, then move it in this left bottom corner here. Then let's add our footage. Move it in the bottom. You're gonna add a fade in out effect to it. Let's add the vignette effect to this comp so it's a bit realistic. Then here we come to the elements part. First of all, we're gonna start with the header widget. You can select each element and export it separately. To make it easier and save you time, you can use the Overlord plugin. It's paid, auto exported into After Effects. If you don't have this plugin, you can just export each element separately. Let's import it here. I'm gonna position it here. Make sure to select the raster size option and 3D. Then we're gonna select those layer and then we're gonna drag them out with loud shape layer in the background. Then we're gonna show it again. Then we're gonna add some text animation and some slide in for those elements. So you're gonna duplicate that shape layer, then you're gonna add fast box blur effect to one of them. Let's increase the value to 100. Make sure to select the adjustment layer option here. And you're gonna reduce the opacity. Let's add position scale keyframe here. then move back at the beginning and you're gonna move it in the center and scale it to 0. Is the keyframes. Then for the next element we're gonna search for QR code PNG. It's download on a PNG file. Then we're gonna select the first comp. Then we're gonna duplicate it using the TrueComp Duplicator plugin. Select it and goes here and duplicate it 2 times. Then we're gonna import it in the timeline. Make sure both our raster size and 3D. Let's copy the same keyframes. But we're gonna move the second keyframes in different positions here. Let's select one of them and change the composition size. And we're gonna scale this shape, but if you scale it, you can see the corners here are a bit messed up. So I'm gonna decrease the radius or the roundness. Then you're gonna remove some elements here. Then move those 2 on the bottom. Let's add the QR code. Add a rectangle, make it white, and move it in the bottom. Make sure it's 3D too. Let's increase the roundness a bit and scale the QR code. Move it on the top here. And we're gonna change this text. Let's link the QR code with this shape layer, and we can add scale and rotation animation to it. Then you're gonna add a rough edge effect so we have rounded corners. I'm just gonna make a new shape layer. Just double click here on that rectangle. Then just increase the roundness here. Then for the last element or widget, let's go inside it. Let's copy this shape layers. Then you're gonna remove those elements, so you don't need them. Select one shape layers and double click on it on the rectangle, so we have a new shape. Then you're gonna remove the previous one. Then the same steps for the second shape. Then after that you can increase the roundness, so we have smooth corners. Let's import the airplane model, rotate it and position it in the center. Move this text and change it. Then we're gonna fly Emirates logo. Using the rectangle tool, we're gonna mask out just the Emirates logo. And you can adjust the mask using the pen tool. Just hit G in the keyboard, then duplicate it, then add the fill effect to the layer in the bottom, or duplicated one. Then just simply decrease the scale and link the first one with the second layer. We're gonna add some text here. Then using the ellipse tool, we're gonna draw a shape here, add the fill effect to it, then add fast box blur effect to it, then increase the value. You can reduce the opacity of it. Make sure all layers are 3D. I found thus we need to remove the raster size option from all those widgets. Here I'm gonna pre-compose that airplane, then change the 3D here to classic 3D. Then I'm gonna increase the blurriness of that shape layer too. You can add some slide ins for each element, and some fade in and out. Then go to the main comp again and add text layer and type this. Make sure it's 3D. Then move it in the back here. And using the TextExploder, we're gonna split it into words again. We're gonna just position them right there. Then we're gonna add a position keyframe, move at the beginning and move them at the bottom here, while adding a fade-in effect using the opacity keyframes. Select all layers and add the bouncing expression using the Bouncr plugin. Then we're gonna sequence them using the motion tool. Then we're gonna move them here in the timeline. Then we're gonna check the raster size option for the upper watch here. We're gonna go inside the comp and we're gonna increase the dimension of the comp itself. Then select those widgets and move the keyframes a bit earlier in the timeline. I'm gonna increase the opacity here and add some curves to it. Select all text layers, then add a position keyframe here at the end of this animation where all the old widgets came back into the center. Then I'm gonna move this text to the right and the other one to the left. Now it's using the ellipse tool. I'm gonna make a circle like this, move it back and make sure it's 3D. I'm gonna scale it a bit. And change the fill color to black or gray. Then go here, click in this on the button and select the repeater. Open the repeater options, under transform, I'm gonna increase the scale and you're gonna reduce the end opacity. Make sure the start opacity is 100 and the end opacity is set to 0. I'm gonna increase the copies number to 4. Then you're gonna add a keyframe for the offset, make it -5 at the beginning, then move a bit further in the timeline and bring it back to 0. Add fade in out effect to it. Then select all the keyframes and easy it. Can reduce the opacity, the starting opacity a bit, or just as you see it's better. After that, I try to copy that airplane model from the comp and paste it in the main timeline. Then I unchecked all the raster size options. Then let's position it again. Then here I add the positionality and scale keyframe for the widgets. Then I move them again to the center of the Apple Watch. Let's scale the 2 on the bottom to 0 and keep the airplane widget. Let's get the airplane widget at the position keyframe, then move at the end of the animation. Then move each element and scale it a bit and move it in the center and change the shape layer size to so it's square. Let's move it a bit to the right and position it here. Then you're gonna go inside and you're gonna remove or fade out the Emirates logo and the footage. And at the same time, I'm gonna add position and scale keyframe for the airplane, move it in the center and scale it up. It's got the text layers here and you can add the fade out effect. Duplicate this circles animation. And here we're gonna increase the opacity, the starting and of the end. We can change the color, the fill color here. We're gonna start with the Eiffel Tower, make sure it's 3D. Then we're gonna add text, type Paris. position it right here. Then we're gonna add this message bubbles. You can find it with project files in the description below. Let's copy this one, paste it here, make sure it's 3D and select the raster size option here, position it. Then we're gonna track map text and the Paris Eiffel Tower with that message bubble. Then show it again. Then the trick here, we're gonna duplicate the Paris Eiffel Tower layer. Then we're gonna invert the track matte effect here. Then using the mask or the rectangle tool, we're gonna mask out this part on the top. Then simply just link the duplicated top layer with the bottom one. Then you can scale it or move it while hiding this clean look. We're gonna do the same with the Big Ben and with Egypt pyramids. Then you're gonna pre-compose each part or each element in comp. Then move out the keyframes at the beginning. At scale and rotation keyframe, I'm gonna make scale up with small rotation. Then duplicate this circle, cut it out and remove the repeater effect. Then link it with the first one. And scale and opacity keyframe. Let's move a bit in timeline and scale it a bit while increasing the opacity. Select those comps of the missing bubbles. Here hit Ctrl Home or Ctrl Alt Home from the keyboard so they move into the center of the composition. Then add opacity keyframes so we have fade out effect. Let's cut this circles here. You can add fade out effect here too. Then here I import the Earth GLP file. You can find it in Sketchfab. I'm gonna put it with assets description below. Let's position it here in the bottom. Then add rotation keyframe to it so it spin around. Then recompose it by selecting the raster size option. Then track matte it with dot circle with duplicate and show it again. You see it's a bit blurry or fade out, so you're gonna duplicate dot circle, move it to the bottom and select the one which we track matte the earth with and decrease the opacity of it. Then remove the keyframes. You can add a fade in effect for the earth with and some deep glow. Then we get to Pixels, this website that provides us with some footage, so we look out for some traveling related footage. Then you just import them here. You can make each footage shown for just 10 frames. Then select all of them and pre-compose them. Then track map them with dot ellipse and move them behind the earth layer. Let's add tint effect to it and some curves. And add drop shadow for the earth. Then select those two ellipses and add scale keyframe. Move 20 frames and scale them back to 0. These is the keyframes and cut them out. At the same time add position and scale keyframe for the airplane. Then when it comes here, just move it out the comp. These is the keyframes. Then you're gonna select the Apple Watch comp. Reveal it in the project panel here. Then hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Add it back here. And go inside it and remove those keyframes. Copy the last keyframes into the beginning, and you can add some rotation and scale it down to 0. Select all the keyframes and use them. I'm gonna duplicate this comp too. Using Ctrl D, then hold Alt on the keyboard and drop it on top of the first comp so you can edit this comp while not affecting the original one which we use in the first seconds of the scene. And we're gonna copy the drop shadow effect and paste it here. Then we're gonna trim this comp. Let's add text layer again. Then I'm gonna split it into words using TextExploder. Then select all layers, add position keyframe, go at the beginning and move them on top here. Add a bounce like expression and sequence it. Now we're gonna do a small trick, add null object, link all the text with it, and just follow my steps here. Then go assign the second comp of the upper watch, then link the first null with another one, and add a rotation keyframe and move the upper watch at the bottom. Then just cut the text out and add fade out effect. After that, you need an upper logo for the end animation. Just save this as PNG and import it. Reduce the opacity of it a bit. Add scale keyframe. Then go at the beginning and scale it up, while adding fade in out effect to it. Add the fill effect to it and change the color to gray and make the opacity 100 again. Draw a shape layer. Make sure it's red, the same red in the Fly Emirates logo. Then you're gonna track mount it with the upper logo. Add a wave warp effect to it and increase the width. Add a position keyframe, then move it and fill the upper logo up with that shape layer. You can add light sweep effect to it. After pre-composing all layers, then you can add quick animation to it. After that, add the position keyframe and move it in the left right here, while adding small rotation with bouncing effect to it. Then we're gonna cut out the Emirates logo or the Emirates words here. Add a linear color key to remove the red. Then add fill effect with black color and positions like this. We're gonna mask out each letter from the logo using the pen tool. Move all the keyframes in the bottom left corner. Add the position, rotation and scale keyframes. Then move them to the right, rotate them and scale them back to 0. Let's select all keyframes and add a bounce expression to them while sequencing them like this. You can add a fill color keyframe, make it black, then go back at the beginning and change it back to the fly emulated red. You can add deep glow effect to it too. Copy those keyframes, paste them for the other letters. And lastly, we're gonna duplicate this approach, add the color gradient effect to it, then we're gonna add a deep glow effect to it. Increase the blend option here. And you can play with the opacity. As you are in 3D, make sure it's behind the first comp on top of it. Then we can add hue saturation effect to it and animate the channel range. We're gonna do the same for the second approach here. And lastly, for the airplane, we can add a cool and tiny rotation on the y-axis. Then just copy first two keyframes and paste them multiple times. With that being said, we are done creating our animation for today. Hope you guys enjoyed and you have learned a lot from this tutorial. Let me know if you have any question in the description below. All the assets, you can find them also in the description down below. And with that being said, peace out.